Hello everyone and welcome to this second video in the NHS interview series focusing on non-training jobs. My name is Radhika and I am a clinical fellow in ophthalmology working in the UK. The first video was a breakdown of how the interview is structured. If you haven't seen it already, there is a link to that video in the description box. This video contains a collection of my personal experience and understanding of resources that I have referenced at the end. With that, let's dive into it. In this video, I will be talking about and exploring the CAMP structure, brainstorming a prototype question, and give you a fictional answer to that. We will then discuss key takeaway points from this example and further resources for preparation. So what is the CAMP structure? It is an acronym for clinical, academic, management, and personal, and is the most commonly used format to answer questions of background and motivation. After reading about CAMP, the challenge for me was to fill these categories with relevant personal experience. To understand this, let us consider a commonly asked question: talk us through your CV. This is often an opening question and gives you a chance to build a good first impression if you present yourself in an organized manner. Here are a few suggestions to help you consolidate your answer in the CAMP categories. To start with clinical, it might be useful talking about your training or work experience so far. Describe your clinical skills and experience briefly in 3 to 4 sentences. You could also mention how you developed an interest in the specialty you are applying for. You can then transition into talking about additional qualifications that you may have, like an MD or PhD. Mention courses that you have attended that might help you in this job. You can also talk about your research experience. For many people just finishing their foundation year or internship, this may not be significant. However, you can talk about conferences or regional meetings you regularly attend. It is also a good practice to talk about your interest or experience in teaching. Also, if you have received any awards at medical school, like honors or distinctions, now would be the time to mention them. It is also sensible to describe your experience in management. If you have previous audit experience, definitely talk about it. However, if you don't, you can draw management experience from your day-to-day work. For example, if you have improved a service or process at your hospital, if you were a junior doctor representative or were involved in organizing events, all of these form part of management experience. Lastly, you can briefly talk about any hobbies or special interest that you have. Best kept to a sentence or two. The target is to frame a comprehensive answer without going into too many details. Answer of around 2 minutes are considered adequate. Let us consider a fictional example for the job of SHO in acute medicine. Dr. Bruce Wayne is asked to talk the interviewers through his CV, which could go something like this. My name is Bruce. I am currently working as a junior doctor at Arkham Hospital in Gotham City. I graduated in 2018 from University of Metropolis, after which I completed my foundation training with exposure to various subspecialties including cardiology, accidents and emergency, urology, and general surgery. I particularly enjoyed my rotation in accidents and emergency as it helped me develop my ability to think on my feet and stay calm and organized under high pressure situations. During my training, I have become confident in history taking and general systemic examination. I am skilled at performing procedures like cannulation, blood sampling, ABG analysis, and urethral catheterization. During my cardiology placement, I also worked on my ECG interpretation skills and can interpret acute changes of myocardial infarction, hyperkalemia, and various types of heart blocks. I was also part of the on-call rota during my general surgery rotation, which was an excellent training in managing patient out of hours and how and when to escalate a case for senior opinion. Throughout my work, I have been aware of the importance of recognizing and treating acute medical conditions and how timely interventions lead to positive patient outcome. To enhance my responses in acute situations, I also attended a BLS course that helped me hone my resuscitation skills. I am an active member of a team that organizes regular teaching programs for junior doctors. I am always keen on undertaking bedside clinical teaching sessions for medical students discussing examination skills and commonly encountered conditions. I have successfully served as the junior doctor representative for the Regional Doctors Association and have been instrumental in improving lounge and food facilities at my hospital. On a personal note, I have a keen interest in criminal justice and volunteer for local law enforcement. The key takeaway from this example, as highlighted by Oliver Pickard in his excellent book on medical interviews, is that the interviewer is not expecting a literal answer. Do not bore the panel with a lengthy description of every page in your application. Do not worry about future overlapping questions and treat this as a table of contents for the interview. Structuring the answer around the chronology of your training will make the answer feel long and crammed with dates rather than experience. And CAMP is often the most recommended structure and makes your answer easier to listen to. I would highly recommend Medical Interviews book by Oliver Pickard if you have the resources and time. Also check out the Health Education England Northwest's website, which has a downloadable leaflet on questions asked at interviews. I have also linked a word bank with action verbs that can be used to increase the strength of your answers. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.